Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how some incredibly talented professionals seem to hit a ceiling? They're smart, they're hardworking, and they're respected in their field. But after a certain point, their growth slows down. Meanwhile, someone else, sometimes less experienced, suddenly accelerates past them. More opportunities, more influence, more impact. Why does this happen? It's not usually about intelligence, and it's usually not about working harder. And surprisingly, it's not even about experience. Most of the time, the difference comes down to one powerful idea: your mindset about growth. Specifically, whether you operate from a fixed mindset or growth mindset. And if you're a high performing professional, someone who already operates at a very high level, this concept becomes even more important. Because the higher you climb, the more subtle the barriers to growth become. Psychologist Carol Dweck introduced the concept of growth mindset. And here's a simple version. A fixed mindset believes my abilities are static, whereas a growth mindset believes my abilities can improve with effort and learning. At first, this sounds obvious. Of course, skills can improve, but the difference shows up in behavior. Someone with a fixed mindset tends to avoid challenges, fear failure, take criticism personally, and stick to what they already do well. Someone with a growth mindset tends to seek challenges, learn about failure, use feedback as data, and continuously stretch themselves. Now, here's the interesting part. Many high achievers start their careers with a growth mindset. That's how they became what they are. But as they become successful, they slowly drift into fixed mindset without even realizing it. Because success creates comfort, and comfort creates protection. You stop experimenting. You start defending what you're already good at, and slowly, growth slows down. This is one of the biggest traps high-performing professionals fall into. It's called competence protection. When you become known for something, your expertise, your performance, your reputation, it becomes part of your identity. And once something becomes your identity, your brain wants to protect it. So instead of asking, how can I grow? You subconsciously start asking, how can I avoid looking bad? This leads to subtle behaviors like not speaking up when you're unsure, avoiding projects outside of your expertise, not learning new skills that might temporarily make you slower, staying inside your comfort zone of competence. And growth never happens inside competence. Growth happens outside of it, and that requires a mindset shift. Now let's talk about 4 mindset shifts that help high-performing professionals keep growing instead of plateauing. Shift number 1, reframe failure. Most people see failure as verdict. Growth-minded professionals see failure as data. So instead of asking, did I fail? They ask, what did it teach me? Every experiment gives information, and every mistake reveals something. So when you start treating failure as feedback instead of identity, your willingness to try new things increases dramatically. Shift number 2, seek strategic discomfort. If everything you're doing feels comfortable, you're probably not growing. Top performers intentionally step in environments where they are the least experienced person, the slowest learner, the newest thinker in the room, because those environments stretch their capabilities. Discomfort isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of expansion. Shift number 3, learn faster than others. The most successful professionals don't necessarily know more, they learn faster. They ask better questions, study patterns, and seek feedback. Reflect on outcomes. Learning speed becomes a competitive advantage. In a fast-changing world, people who adapt the fastest win. Shift number 4, upgrade your identity. This might be the most important shift. Many people define themselves by their current role. I am a lawyer, I'm a manager, I'm an engineer. But growth-minded professionals define themselves differently. They say, I'm a learner, I'm someone who evolves. I'm someone who gets better every year. When your identity is tied to growth itself, improvement becomes inevitable. Mindset is powerful, but habits make it real. Here are a few simple practices that help reinforce a growth mindset. First, ask yourself one question every day. What did I learn today? Second, once a week, do something that stretches your competence. A new skill, a new conversation, new challenge. Third, actively seek feedback. Instead of waiting for reviews, ask people, what's one thing I could improve? And finally, expose yourself to new ideas constantly. Books, conversations, experiments. Growth is rarely one big leap. It's small improvements stacked consistently over time. If this idea resonated with you and you want to develop a stronger growth mindset, I included some free, helpful resources for you. Just check the pinned comment below for helpful resources on this topic. These resources will help you continue building the habits and thinking patterns that allow high performing professionals to keep evolving instead of plateauing. Because the truth is, your potential isn't fixed, your abilities aren't static, and the professionals who continue growing throughout their careers are the ones who treat every challenge as an opportunity to expand. And remember, growth isn't something that happens once, it's something you practice for a lifetime. Click on the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.